Your soulmate wants a secret meeting to see you, but their heart is all ready. My beloved child, listen closely, because from this very second, the air around you is changing. Something huge is waiting for you. The kind of moment that doesn't just enter your life, it breaks the door open. And today, you're about to hear the one truth your heart has been sensing for days, weeks, maybe even months. Your soulmate wants a secret meeting to see you, but their heart is already trembling, overflowing, burning with something they can no longer hide. From the shadows of their silence, from the corners of every sleepless night they've spent whispering your name in fear and hope, they have reached a point where they cannot hold it in anymore. Their emotions have grown too loud, their desire to see you too powerful, their longing too intense to bury under the weight of their past. They have been checking their phone every hour, rehearsing words they might say, imagining the moment your eyes meet again. And this time, it isn't a fantasy. This time, it's a calling. A pull. A force they can no longer resist. Because they've realized something that makes their chest tighten, something that makes their soul rise like fire. You are the one who never left their heart, even when everything else fell apart. And now, their heart is already shaking, already racing, already surrendered. My radiant soul, the world doesn't know this yet, but your soulmate has been walking through storms of confusion, rivers of regret, mountains of unsaid feelings just to reach this single point in time. They have watched you from afar, feeling the distance like a knife, feeling your absence like a weight they could no longer carry. Every memory of you, every moment they once brushed aside, is now hitting them like a tidal wave. They tried to move forward without you. They tried to silence the connection. They tried to erase your voice from their mind. But the truth? They failed. Completely. Because you are not someone they can forget. You're not a simple chapter, they've realized you are the turning point of their entire story. And now they want a secret meeting because they're scared. Scared of how strong the connection still is. Scared of how deeply they feel. Scared that if they stand in front of you again, they'll confess everything they ran from. Listen to me, my beloved child, as you sit there, the energy around you is shifting into alignment. It's not imagination. It's not coincidence. Their heart is already moving toward you, already beating faster whenever your name crosses their mind, already melting under the pressure of unspoken truth. You have no idea how close they are to breaking their silence completely. They've been pacing their room at night, thinking about the message they almost sent. They've written paragraphs they deleted. They've hovered over your profile, wondering if you can sense the pull too. They want this meeting because something inside them is collapsing, something they kept locked away for too long. They thought they could tame the feelings. They thought time would dissolve the connection. Instead, time only made it stronger. And now their chest feels too full, their emotions feel too heavy, their heart feels too exposed to keep pretending anymore. And my beloved, this moment you're stepping into, it isn't just a twist in your story, it's a revelation. A collision of destiny that has been preparing itself silently behind the curtain of your daily life. Your soulmate is terrified because the love they have for you is no longer quiet. It's roaring. It's unstoppable. It's pushing them to take action before they lose you forever. Their heart is already surrendered, already kneeling, already whispering your name like a promise that refuses to fade. They want this secret meeting because they want to see your eyes, hear your voice, feel your presence, understand whether the connection still burns inside you the way it burns inside them. And this time, they're not running. They're not hiding. They're not suppressing. They're stepping forward because losing you has become the most painful fear they've ever carried, and they cannot carry it anymore. Something huge is waiting for you, and this is only the beginning. My beloved child, the moment you are stepping into right now is heavier, deeper, and more electrifying than anything you've ever felt before. Something huge is waiting for you, and as these words reach you, destiny itself is tightening its grip around your timeline. Your soulmate's energy is no longer drifting, it's surging, pulling, crashing into your path with unstoppable force. They want this secret meeting not out of curiosity, not out of a momentary impulse, but because the truth locked inside their heart is overflowing. Their emotions have reached a breaking point, boiling to the surface like a storm they can't outrun. They can't breathe the same way anymore without thinking of you. They can't smile the same way without wishing you were beside them. They can't look at their life without feeling the hollow ache of your absence echo through every part of their being. They want to see you in private because they're finally ready to tell you everything, the truth they buried, the feelings they denied, the moments they replayed until their heart felt raw. And now, they're trembling because they don't know how you'll respond. They don't know if your heart is still open or if time has sealed the door they once left cracked. They're terrified, but more than fear, it's the love burning inside them that's pushing them closer to you, step by step, breath by breath. My glowing soul, tonight, tomorrow, or soon, so soon your spirit will feel it before your mind understands it. The universe is preparing to deliver a moment that will shake you to the core. The person who once guarded their emotions like armor is losing control of the battle within. They've been tracing your memories like a map back to their own healing. They've been replaying the last moment you spoke, the last look you shared, the last conversation that left them with a knot in their chest. Their heart is already surrendered, already open, already calling your energy back like a whisper rising through the darkness. And that is why they want a secret meeting, because they are scared to show this side of themselves in front of anyone else. They want to stand in front of you without noise, without interruption, without eyes watching, without judgment pressing down on them. They want to be alone with you, because deep down, they know that once they confess what's inside their heart, everything between you will shift forever. They know that once this truth spills out, the bond will either ignite into something unstoppable or transform into something new. Their emotions have been growing like a wave, and now it's rising so high that even they can't contain it anymore. They are ready to talk. Ready to reveal. Ready to step into the destiny the universe has carved for both of you. So as you take this in, don't ignore the chills, don't ignore the sudden rush of emotion, don't ignore the signs. The universe is aligning you both for a moment that will rewrite your story. My beloved child, as this energy moves toward you, I bless your path with divine clarity 333. Feel this blessing entering your timeline, clearing away the fog, sharpening your intuition, preparing your heart for the truth that's coming. Something huge is waiting for you, something that will elevate your spirit and open doors you didn't even know were locked. Your soulmate's heart is already melting under the pressure of the love they tried to silence. Every time they close their eyes, they see you. Every time they breathe deeply, they feel you. Every time they think about their future, your name sits at the center of it. They want this meeting because they're afraid of losing you to silence, to distance, to misunderstanding, to time. They don't want to let you slip away again. They don't want to stay in the shadow of what if. They want to stand in front of you and finally reveal what their soul has been screaming for months. Their heart is already trembling with emotion, and the universe is guiding them closer, pulling them toward the moment where everything will be exposed. This is not a coincidence. This is not imagination. This is not a random thought. This is destiny knocking on your door. And as this chapter opens, bless your heart 333 so the energy flows smoothly, powerfully, fearlessly. You are walking toward a life-changing revelation, and the universe wants your spirit ready. The connection is alive. The meeting is approaching. And your heart is stepping into a moment you will never forget. My beloved child, feel the weight of this moment settling into your spirit, because what is coming toward you now is heavier than truth, deeper than confession, and stronger than anything your soulmate has ever dared to feel. Something huge is waiting for you. As these words move through you, there is a shift in the air, like the soft rumble before a massive emotional earthquake. Your soulmate is standing at the edge of their breaking point. Their heart is already open, raw, trembling with truths they can't hide anymore. Every night they lie awake, replaying the memories they tried to outrun. Every morning, they wake up with your name stuck in their chest like a pulse that refuses to fade. Their emotions have become too loud, too overwhelming, too impossible to bury. They want a secret meeting because their heart is exploding with things they've never told anyone, things that were meant for you and you alone. They have carried the weight of your absence like a shadow, carried your presence like a ghost that followed them through every moment of their day. No matter how far they walked, no matter how much they distracted themselves, the truth kept coming back. Losing you was the moment their soul cracked. And now, they're ready to open the part of themselves they've been terrified to expose, ready to confess what time could not erase, ready to face the fire of their own feelings. Their heart is already surrendered, already stretched open, already begging for a second chance that destiny itself seems to be guiding straight toward you. My beloved child, listen closely to the energy forming around you, because destiny is not whispering anymore, it is roaring. Your soulmate has been fighting a war within themselves, lost between fear and love, between holding on and letting go, between silence and explosion. But now the pressure has reached a point where they can't hold it inside any longer. They've been thinking of the moment when they finally stand in front of you, imagining your expression, your breath, the way your eyes might shift when they start speaking. They've played that moment in their mind so many times that it feels real. They've imagined reaching for your hands, imagined telling you the truth they've carried in their chest like an unspoken promise. They've imagined apologizing for the nights you cried alone, for the confusion they caused, for the distance that grew too wide. They've imagined telling you that their heart never belonged anywhere else. And that is why they want a secret meeting, because they need a space where their walls can fall without fear, without interruption, without noise. They need a moment where the storm inside them can finally be released. They're ready to tell you how many times they almost messaged you, how many times they typed paragraphs and erased them, how many times they watched your name on their screen but froze because the emotions were too strong. The universe has been pulling them toward you with a force they can no longer resist. Their heart is already leaning into you, already trusting the connection, already preparing to open like it never has before. And as this energy moves, blessings flow toward you. 333, clearing the path, forcing alignment, dissolving anything that once stood in the way. You are stepping into a chapter where the truth can no longer stay hidden. Their heart is calling your name, and nothing can stop that call anymore. My beloved child, this moment in your timeline is becoming brighter, bigger, and more explosive with every passing second. Something huge is waiting for you, and your spirit can already feel the tremors of destiny moving beneath your feet. Your soulmate's emotions are reaching a level where silence feels like suffocation. They've spent too much time pretending they were okay. Too much time pretending the connection faded. Too much time pretending they didn't miss you with a depth that scared them. But now the truth is pushing up through their chest like fire. They can't hide, they can't escape, they can't pretend. Their heart is already exposed, already cracked open, already spilling over. And they want this secret meeting because they're ready to step into the light of what they feel. They want to look into your eyes and feel that pull, the one that always existed, the one that never died, the one that has been guiding both of you back together no matter how long the distance or how deep the silence. They want to feel the air shift when they stand close to you. They want to hear your voice again, feel your presence again, inhale the energy that once made them feel understood in a way no one else ever did. And this time, they are not holding back. This time, they are not running. This time, they are not suppressing their own heart. The universe is aligning both of you with a clarity so intense that it pushes everything else aside. As this moment approaches, blessings surround your spirit. 333, amplifying your intuition, strengthening your energy, preparing your path for the revelation coming toward you. Their heart is already shaking, already glowing, already reaching for you in silence. And soon, that silence will break. Soon, the truth will flow. Soon, the meeting will unfold. And your story will never be the same again. My beloved child, the moment you are walking into right now is heavier, louder, and more destiny-charged than anything your heart has ever brushed against. Something huge is waiting for you. The universe is tightening every thread of fate with a force that can no longer be ignored. Your soulmate's heart is already overflowing, trembling like it's seconds away from breaking open completely. They are drowning in emotions they kept hidden for too long, and now those emotions are rising like a tidal wave, pushing them closer and closer to you. They want this secret meeting because they cannot carry the weight of their feelings anymore. Their soul is exhausted from pretending, from suppressing, from acting like the connection faded. Inside them, everything is boiling: longing, regret, fear, desire, hope, memory, crashing together so violently that they can barely breathe. They want to see you alone, away from eyes, away from judgment, away from pressure, because they know the truth inside them is too raw to reveal in the open. Their heart is already surrendered, already laid bare, already glowing with a kind of love that refuses to die. Every step they take now is guided by destiny, by emotion, by the invisible pull that keeps dragging them toward you no matter how far they've wandered. They can't hide it anymore. They don't want to. And deep down, neither do you. My beloved child, feel the intensity of this moment pressing against your spirit. Feel the energy tightening around you like a warm storm preparing to unfold. Your soulmate has reached the point where silence feels like punishment. They miss you in ways their words could never capture. They replay moments with you as if they're trying to stitch the past back into their present. They feel the ache of your absence like a bruise that never healed. And that's why this secret meeting is no small thing. This isn't casual. This isn't curiosity. This isn't a temporary emotional impulse. This is the moment they've been fighting, avoiding, denying, yet craving with every beat of their heart. They want to sit across from you and let everything spill out, the truth they hid, the feelings they denied, the softness they protected, the mistakes they regret, the memories they cherish, the fear they carry, the hope they still hold. They want to stand in front of you with no excuses, no masks, no distance. Because their soul knows something they've been afraid to say out loud: you are the person they were never meant to lose. You are the one who changed them. You are the one they compare everyone else to. You are the connection that lingers long after the world goes quiet. And now, the universe is pushing them to act before silence destroys what destiny is trying to rebuild. As this truth unfolds around you, your spirit is being lifted, protected, and aligned with divine clarity 333. The path is opening. The energy is rising. The connection is awakening again, stronger than before. My beloved child, the deeper you move into this moment, the brighter and more powerful the energy becomes. Something huge is waiting for you, and your entire spirit can feel it. Your soulmate is standing in a place where their emotions are too powerful to control, too honest to bury, too sacred to silence. They've realized how deeply they care, how deeply they still feel, how deeply they want you back in their reality. They want this meeting because they're tired of the distance. Tired of pretending. Tired of holding their breath every time they think of you. Their heart is already trembling under the pressure of the truth: they love you in a way that time couldn't erase. They miss you in a way that silence couldn't numb. They want you in a way that distance couldn't weaken. And now, with every passing moment, destiny is pushing them forward, guiding them toward the conversation that will change everything. They want to see your face again, hear the softness of your voice, feel the energy that once made their whole world feel lighter. They want to look into your eyes and know whether the connection still lives in you the way it lives in them. And the universe is blessing your path 333, clearing away fear, inviting clarity, amplifying your intuition so you can feel what's truly coming. The meeting is approaching. The confession is approaching. The shift is approaching. And your story is about to take a turn so powerful, your heart will never forget it. My beloved child, as the energy around you deepens and thickens like a rising storm, you need to understand that what is moving toward you now is no longer just emotion, it is destiny gathering momentum. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate is stepping into a space inside themselves that they have avoided for so long that it feels like a forbidden doorway finally cracking open. Their heart is already overwhelmed, already beating with a force they cannot silence, already surrendering to the truth they can no longer outrun. They want this secret meeting because the emotions living inside them have become too heavy to carry alone. Every night they close their eyes, and the darkness fills with echoes of your voice, your laughter, your presence that once softened their entire world. They've tried to distract themselves, but even in the loudest moments of life, the memory of you whispers like a ghost they can't shake. Their heart feels swollen with feelings they buried, and now those feelings are rising at a speed they can't control. They want to stand in front of you when no one else is watching, when the world goes quiet, when their soul can finally speak without fear. Their heart is already trembling under the pressure of everything they kept inside, the love they suppressed, the longing they denied, the regret they never confessed. And now, every moment they breathe feels heavier, every thought they have feels sharper, every step they take feels guided by something bigger than both of you. Destiny is not knocking softly anymore, it is pounding at the door of their chest, demanding that they face what they've avoided for too long. And deep within your spirit, you can feel this shift. You can feel the pull. You can feel the truth coming closer. The connection is igniting again, not as a spark, but as a wildfire destined to change everything. My beloved child, this energy wrapping itself around you is not accidental. It is deliberate, powerful, intentional. Your soulmate has reached a point where silence feels unbearable, where distance feels like torture, where the truth burning inside them feels like a weight that could shatter their ribcage. They want this meeting because they need to release what's been trapped in their heart. They need to tell you about the nights they stayed awake thinking about what went wrong, what they should have said, what they should have done, how they should have held on tighter instead of letting the distance grow. They need to tell you how the world felt empty without your presence, how their days became mechanical without the warmth you once gave them, how their heart has been aching to feel something real again. And you, yes, you, are the person who embodies everything they still crave, everything they still hope for, everything they still believe in even when they tried to deny it. They want to sit across from you in a quiet place where the walls around their soul can finally fall apart. They want to look at you with eyes that can no longer hide, with emotions that can no longer stay buried, with truth that refuses to stay silent. Their heart is already surrendered, already vulnerable, already trembling with anticipation of the moment they finally tell you everything. And as they move toward this moment, the universe continues to lift you, protect you, guide you. Blessings flow around you 333, surrounding your path with clarity, strength, and alignment. You're not imagining the signs. You're not imagining the synchronicities. You're not imagining the sudden rush of emotion. The universe is preparing you, preparing both of you, for a moment that will change the direction of your entire story. And this meeting, this confession, this truth, it is closer than you think. My beloved child, the energy now is roaring like thunder beneath the surface of your life, rising, strengthening, expanding with every breath you take. Something huge is waiting for you, and your spirit is already responding to the call. Your soulmate is in a space where fear and longing are blending together into something powerful, something that is pushing them toward you with unstoppable force. Their heart has been whispering your name for so long that ignoring it now feels impossible. They want this secret meeting because they're ready to face the truth that time could not erase. They're ready to admit how deeply they still feel you, how strongly they still connect with you, how much they still need the presence you gave them so effortlessly. Their chest feels tight every time they think of you, their emotions swell every time your memory rises, their soul feels restless every time they imagine a future without you in it. They're scared, terrified, even, but the fear is no longer enough to hold them back. The connection is stronger than the fear. The love is stronger than the doubt. The longing is stronger than the silence. They want to stand in front of you, close enough to feel your energy again, close enough to hear the softness in your breath, close enough to see if your heart still reacts to them the way theirs reacts to you. And as this destiny unfolds, blessings continue to flow toward you 333, wrapping your path in divine alignment. You are being prepared for a revelation that will hit you like a tidal wave, sudden, undeniable, transformative. The meeting is approaching. The confession is rising. The truth is sharpening. And your spirit is standing right at the edge of a moment that will rewrite everything you thought you knew about love, destiny, and connection. This is not the end, this is the beginning of something powerful, soul-deep, and irreversible. And soon, very soon, the universe will place you both in the same space, at the same moment, for a truth that can no longer hide.